Hey, welcome back. This is part 2. So we've, pretty much done our base face, got the brows, got the bulk of the eye look, foundation, and we're ready to move on towards our final look. So, I guess from here we can start to do a little bit of the contour and maybe kind of bake the under eye here. Yeah, let's get started. So I am not going to do a cream contour today. I'm just gonna do a powder. I have this set from Lovecraft Beauty. I think this was in one of my BoxyCharm. And it's got 3 shades. Oh, hello. But I typically do most of my face in this darker shade here. I'll usually do this midpoint with my nose. So, all right, let's get going. So for the contour, I have a fun brush that I love. I love the shape of it because it's already kind of, shaped easily to kind of just pat in the shade. So we'll go ahead. And I just take a couple swipes with my brush to pick some up. And again, just kind of pat that into the area that I want to contour. Okay. And I'll sweep it back out. You want to do this kind of where the hollow of your cheek is. Now I have very nice fluffy cheeks. So if you have a hard time finding your hollow just at the look of it, just kind of give the old fish face. I don't like to carry it too far forward because when you see this, I want you to see the profile. I'm not trying to take it all the way in to make my face look like super gaunt. But just enough to get some kind of definition where I may lack at the moment. I'm just picking up a little more color and gently carrying that forward, patting that in, forward and back. You can kind of see where that's creating that nice shape, okay? All right. So now I'm also going to get kind of this area here on both sides. For that, I'm going to pick up the mid-tone. I don't want it to be super harsh because the focus of today isn't, the contour. It's the freckles. Yay. So I'm just going to kind of gently sweep that back and forth, and then once I'm done getting that on there, I will bring it around my face to link to where we have this going on. And I will take just the edge of the brush, just the edge gently, and get right to the hairline, sweeping that back and forth. So it pulls the focus in, okay? Now I'm going to do the same on my jawline, but I am going to take that darker shade and only on the edge, just drag that back and forth. Now, if you happen to, like me, pull some a little too high up, it's okay, because when I do like my baking under eye, you can also do it right here in between the bronzer from your cheek and your jawline. So it's okay if you mess up. There's like 1,000,001 ways to kind of correct a makeup look, but for me, I love getting my jawline because again, I've got a nice little round face, and sometimes I want to add a little bit more structure, and that's okay. And then I'll just take whatever I've got left, just kind of blend that down. Okay. And now for the nose, I do I think if you saw my first video, I was showing a trick that I learned from Nikki Tutorials about nose contour. And I know a lot of people, sometimes you'll see they'll take like a smaller brush and go straight down across with a darker shade and then buff that out with a beauty blender. Well, in that video, I saw her take some bronzer, a little bit of bronzer, and just sweep it across the nose like this. So that way it covered that nose area to give it a little bit of little slap of color. But when the highlight goes on, that's what creates that nice kind of straight line going down. Okay, nothing up here, just across the nose like that. Okay, and you can do the same for blush too. It leaves a nice pretty like little flush to the face. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna just take a little bit more and just kind of pat that in. There we go, that's much better. Pat that in and just tap that across. Okay, all right, so we're starting to take a little bit of shape here. I'm going to get my air spun might be a little too messy for this. So I'm going to do the bake today with Dermablend. I just have a translucent powder, and I think they just started getting newer shades if I'm not mistaken. Oh, wait a minute, y'all. I thought I had another one. This one's brand new. Well, look at me wasting stuff. Oh, just kidding. I do have another one, but I don't remember buying. I don't remember buying two, but you know, some days I surprise myself. Okay. You know what? This is my banana powder. I have the translucent. I was like, this does look a little bit different. I'm running out, but I still have some, so I will save this banana powder for another day. All right, here we go. Let me put this back. So cool. I don't even know when I got that. Ooh. So I'm gonna just turn this over and just kind of give it a little patty tap, because this one doesn't go all crazy like the air spun. Okay. Take my blender, just gonna pick up a little bit of product, and now this I'm gonna try and be very careful to just get under that eye and avoid hitting those freckles. Okay, and now I'm going to take that same sponge, dip it in the powder, and just gently take it down. Okay, same going over here, gently take it down. I'm going to get a little here on the chin. Little here at the lip. Okay. And I'm going to take a little bit on the forehead here too. Okay. All right. So while that's just kind of sitting here, I'm going to moisturize my lips, because that is super important before we move on to the lip color. For that, let me see. I have the Revlon Kiss. It's just a nice, it's a balm, but it's got coconut, and it had some other like essence in it. Oh my God, a lot. But just to kind of moisten my lips a little bit. I don't want it too glossy. Okay. All right. So I'm going to let this bake for just a couple minutes and I'll be right back. All right. Now that we had a chance to let that sit in, I'm going to get a nice fluffy brush and just dust off the excess. Okay. All right. I'm just glad I put a little bit on my forehead to kind of take out some of that shine because that was bothering me, but there we go. We are carved out, baked, brightened, and ready to rock. Okay, so next on the list, let's go for some blush. Now, I've got a few, but Juvia's Place really has my heart in a lot of these things, so let's do one of theirs. Let me see here. So I've got the Saharan Blush Palette Volume. I have Volume 1 and 2, but today we're going to pull from Volume 2. And I think for this look, I'm going to pull from this kind of coral color here, Tau. And I've got my... Oh, my brushes are falling. Come back. It's got to be the right one. I'm so particular. I have my favorites. Okay. Blush brush at the ready. So, again, just smile, do a couple swirls, and brush up. Swirl and brush up. So you get that nice flush on the cheek. And carry it a little bit up. Okay. Little rounds. And up. Okay. And then I usually just take the side of that and just kind of wiggle it backwards just to kind of help to blend that out. Okay, and we still, hey, Freckles, okay, come through. Let's do the same for the other side. Okay. All right. I think I do like that. It's a nice, pretty kind of corally color. And now, oh, I forgot. I was bragging all on it. I'm going to take one little tap and just sweep, 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 sweep right across the nose. Okay. All right. So next thing we're going to do, I want to finish up, before I pop the highlight on, I want to finish up this under eye look. So let me bring you a little closer and closer. And for this, I'm going to take a very small, this is by e.l.f., but it's like minuscule, little tiny brush because I'm going to do a little bit of a liner underneath. Now, originally I thought, oh, I want to do like a fun, bold color, but I think I'm going to keep this look pretty monochrome, if you will, or just at least in the same kind of in the same family. So I wanted to go in with this. This is, by the way, the Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. This came out a few years back. But anyway, I'm going to pick up the actual color Chocolate Gold and dust this under the eye. I'm going to use this mirror because it's, of course, easier for me to see. And I'm just going to sweep that color under the eye and then out to where the eyeliner is. Okay. So it's just kind of a nice, fun little pop there. And I am going to put a little bit on the lash line itself so I can kind of get that pop. Okay. And I'm going to put a little bit on top of that liner too, so the gold is kind of encompassing the black. Oh no, I'm glitching again. Ah! I'll be back. Just a second. My goodness, like I just want one video with no tech issues. I'm sorry, it's glitching and I don't know what that's about, but anyway, show must go on. So I'm going to go now to the other eye and again, just kind of get this gold swept all the way over and out, all the way to the liner, and then just plopping a little bit on top too, so it's just the gold is encompassing that black. So something fun, something funky. Okay. So now last thing for the eyes, I am going to throw on some of my mascara. Number one, to make sure that the top lash blends, but then also to give a little bit more oomph to this under eye here. And for that, I'm going to use, this is by Ico. I've used this before, the Lash Alert. This one's really, really good. I really, really like this one. I'm going to use that same mirror here, and we'll see what we can do. So I'm trying to be pretty gentle and just kind of let the bristles do their thing. I'm just letting the wand kind of gently go back and forth. Okay. And now let me get the other side here. Being as gentle as I possibly can. Okay. Making sure that blends. And then I'm going to get a little underneath there. Under eye is pretty much the same thing, just turn the brush upside down. And this I am just kind of brushing directly down to coat those lashes. Making sure I get each of them. Okay. Getting a little bit more product. And continuing with the other eye. Okay, so now we can move on to a little bit of highlight. I was kind of torn because I had a couple that I wanted to use, but I think I'm still going to stick with this. This one is a jelly highlighter. It's You're So Jelly by Too Faced, but it's such a pretty color. Oh my goodness, look at that. And it smells really good too. It smells like watermelon. So I'm just taking a little bit on my finger. Look at that. And I'm going to just gently pat this over my cheeks just to get the product on there. And now I'm going to pat it in a circular motion to kind of blend that. Oh, got a little too high there. But can you see that? Holy smokes. I absolutely love it. Aside from applying it kind of the wrong spot, but you know, look at that. Look at that. Because I love the fact that it's like picking up that kind of peachy, corally color in the cheek. Here we go. Now we're going to get on the other side and just gently apply. And now we're going to use that circular motion to just blend it out. Okay. So now we've got that highlight going. I'm going to put a little teeny bit on the nose. At the tip. And just here in the center a little bit. Okay. And just as we talked about before, that's kind of just drawing that line kind of straight down on the nose. You see it just kind of, I may put a little bit here. Not a terrible amount, but just a little bit. And then a little bit above the brow. Just kind of give it that glow. I'm glitching again. I'm so sorry. And then for under the eyebrow, I wanted to use a different one. This one is one of my favorites. This one's also by Too Faced. I guess I have a lot of their stuff too. But this one, I can't say the title. How many do I give? This one was a signature, I guess, collab with Erica Jane. But it's a high impact highlighter is what it's called. And it doesn't disappoint. So I'm just going to take another like eyeshadow brush that's kind of flat and just take the head of it here and put that. Do you see what I'm talking about here? I mean, this is, I mean, it's, if you see it in person and you see it in sunlight, you'll know what I'm talking about. This one is blinding. It's so bright, but it's so much fun. I love it. But it makes a really good under eye highlighter. Okay. And then I'm just going to take a small brush because I also want to put a little teeny bit of shimmer in the corner here. So I'm going to take my, I think we'll use Jeffree Star, Set and Refresh mist that's a collab with Morphe, and just kind of spritz. And I'm going to go back into one of my Juvia palettes, Afrique, and pick up this color Angelique here. Just going to take a teensy bit and tap that into the inner corner. Okay. And then I'm going to take another brush and just kind of buff that out so it's not so punchy. So just another small brush and just gonna okay, get that. Kind of blended up and out. Okay. And then very last thing we're going to do is the lip. And then I will have another video to do the hair and then the complete final reveal. All right. So for the lip, I used this in another video, but I love it. I love it. I'm obsessed. Juvia's Place came out with a completely new lip line. One of the shades that I got is called 2020. It's just a nude lippy. But I love the color. I love how creamy it is. And just to kind of give it some depth, I'm going to go, instead of using like a pencil liner, I'm actually going to take another color. This is the Super Stay Matte Ink Lippy from Maybelline. And this is in the color Protector. But it's a nice dark, deep shade. And actually, I'm going to use a closer mirror so I can see it. Now I'm going to apply a little bit of that in each corner first. Okay. Kind of get that going. And then I'm going to take the tip of it sweep it across the bottom and blend it. And the same thing for the top. Okay. So it adds a little bit of depth to that color. What do you think? And last thing, I'm just going to take my fingertip here and just kind of pick up some of that highlighter again. Just tap it on the Cupid's bow. Okay. All right. I think we are ready to spritz and we are done. All right. So I'm going to end this look using the Max Fix Plus Gold Light Spray. And get this all over. And we're done. Freckles, come through. Highlight, how you doing? What do we think? So listen, Freckles, you know, if you don't like them, you ain't gotta do them. But I was so jazzed to kind of rock, you know, something. For once, I get to rock the Freckles that I love, that I wasn't naturally born with, but I'm obsessed. Color me surprised. It worked out great. So if you have an idea for what we want to do next, let me know. I love creating looks, so just throw something at me. I don't care. Wild, crazy, whatever you want to see. Also, October's coming up. It's first thing starting tomorrow. So I think later this month, well, next month, technically, I'm going to start showing you some Halloween looks that have been my favorites. So if you have something specific you want to see, let me know. All right, y'all. I'll be back. If you want to see the twist takedown, it's coming on up. See you soon. Bye.